Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gonna give you my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. Wow, those words all jumbled together. Today, I am of about average excitement to check out the old ones of El Dorado. This is the number, wow, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. I just lost track of that. 14, most popular game on Kickstarter right now, but it did just launch today. I expect it to be higher. That's why I was kind of surprised. I was like, wow, I'm surprised this one's not a little bit more higher. But I have a feeling as it gains some steam, it will probably, you know, maybe outdo Grimm's Lewd Tales, a role-playing game for couple, and some of the other ones up here that I think it's probably going to be more popular than. Now, I do like a couple things in the main image, dislike a couple things in the main image. First, it's stupid dark. Like, the background looks dark, and it kind of, I can't tell if this is a component you're trying to show me in the bottom right, or if that's actually just darkness. It's like, I would make something around the background, even if it's like an artificial color. Also, the collect free from Mess and Spiel, like that a lot. Worship ancient gods, build a towering temple, and teeter on the edge of madness. Player length, time count, age, mechanisms. Worshipping gods really doesn't get me going thematically, because I tell you what, I do that in a lot of other board games, especially Euros. I feel like I don't worship a lot of gods in the light take that card games. Not enough. It's mostly the Euros, or I'm worshiping someone's old gods. I'm clicking on it. Let's go into it. But yeah, main image leaves a lot to be desired. Now it is funded. 16,000 was the goal. Like I can't even see. No, it's because it's not there. I was going to say like the player like time count age on the side of the box. But yeah, right here I think, or right over there would be great. Just lighten it up a little bit, show me that, because I can't even see these components. Like if you were trying to showcase like the nice wooden components down here, I couldn't see it since we were so far zoomed out. And when I get here, I'm not going to look at it because I'm just going to watch your video, or I'm going to scroll down. Right? So as always with the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? How are you going to convince people to do that? Is how you're going to get their money. Let's go. 140 seconds.
City of El Dorado just a myth, a legend told by explorers. But in every myth lies a hint of truth.
Oh
El
my
Dorado's
gosh,
mythos was a tale of gold. But El Dorado's true treasure was the promise of immortality, given by the deities we know as the Old Ones. In the Old Ones of El Dorado, only the worthiest devotee will gain the blessing of... There we go.
So yeah, immediately, I just like your main image way more. I think if you just showed me this shot zoomed into a certain extent, like this is a reasonable sized box here too, people. We're not going to be talking about a $120 game. Now with the expansions, the deluxeifications, we might venture up in there, but I see dual layered boards. I see double-sided things over to the side here in my play area, and I see a really cool looking structure in the center that is not going to have a great cost either, because you can just assemble that with the cardboard components. So that's one thing that you should know as a game designer. If you're an aspiring game designer, remember, if you're ever like, man, I like this idea, but I don't know how I'm going to implement it into a game, and it's something 3D, most of the time your manufacturer can work with you to get exactly the pop-outs that you need to make it how you want it to 3D, which is really cool. And that's what they did here. So you're going to assemble this out of cardboard. I like it. Let's go.
Mortality. The rest, well, the Old Ones will feast on their devotion all the same.
Okay.
To ascend.
Yeah, like that shot right there, I think looks way better than your shot. Like your game, like this looks like a great game with, well, excuse me, great table.
All the same. To ascend to greatness, you'll dispatch followers to labor in the physical realm, procuring gold, clay, and stone. In the other lands, you'll seek forbidden knowledge, taking inspiration from the Old Ones themselves.
Okay, symbology.
Each card has the option to focus on the physical realm or the other lands.
Like that. Wish there was a lot more on the
it,
card, but hey.
You'll take all actions in the upper row.
Ooh, okay.
In this mythical city, you and your rivals work together to build...
And that's why you probably don't want all the symbols on the card and all the text on the card, because then it gets confusing, because you're like, oh, which one of these 2 or 3 do I want? That's really neat.
A towering monument to Cthulhu. Each step brings you closer to eternal life under his watchful eye.
Oh, okay.
Within your personal sanctum, you worship another god. Bring villagers and followers to work in your temple. Sculpt tablets in celebration of the Old Ones and enshrine intricate masks in their honor. Using forbidden knowledge, the people of El Dorado can be convinced to support your cause. Immortality comes at a cost. Some will go willingly into the...
I feel like we're going long here.
Arms of the Old Ones. And some, not so willingly, but their sacrifices are necessary all the same. However, the road to immortality is not without its perils. Each action will bring you closer to their glory, but they will feed on your ambition and feast on your sanity. Will you gain the blessings of the Old Ones, or will you succumb to madness? Back the Old Ones of El Dorado on Kickstarter today to be the first to experience this truly innovative Euro game.
I didn't feed. I don't know. I felt like that was about 30 to 40 seconds too long, but I am interested in the game. I am. It looks intriguing. I want to know more about the designers. I want to know more about the pedigree. I want to know more about the player count. I think it was 2 to 4, 1 to 4. Either way, I thought that video was well done, if a bit long. I want to know more. Jackpot, Set the Real, Lost Lumina, and Mutagen, Explorers of Navoria. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one out in the wild, and I know for a fact I've seen Pioneer's Rail, I think, out in the wild. So let's make sure people got their stuff. So this one is from earlier this year. No, this is from 3 months ago. I don't think this one's probably out yet. So we could probably go check out Lost Lumina, which I also don't think... Wow, so this is their third campaign in a 12-month period. Interesting. Okay. They're churning them out there. Let's make sure they're shipping them out. I just got an email saying that Lost Lumina is exclusively on your site, but is in my local game store for less than I paid on here. We do have a small number of retailers who back through. I couldn't ask you in essence, but I will ask here. So this one is out. Just a quick update on which we are on this project and a bit of other Dorado-related news too. Oh, cool. Pledge manager opens for backers. Files submitted. So no, files submitted. That is not a people have their game sort of things, but it's on the shelf. Sorry, Mr. Oh, there's no comments. No one's commented on it. Okay. Interesting. Hey, folks, quick update for the Lost Lumina fulfillment. It's almost completed. So this one is 4 months ago. Okay. So Lost Lumina, almost completed. Jackpot, nowhere near completed because, you know, it's just was like a month or two ago. We'll be checking Hive twice daily while the last parcel is being sent, so we'll deal with any questions. Is there any further update on delivery to Australia? So it looks like good customer service here. 2 months ago. Okay, then let's check mutagen. But other than that, can you do it? We're going to go with a yes. Always like to see that. Hopefully they spotlight their track record as well. This is a quick heads up to inform you that we have paused fulfillment. All UK and EU shipments are now on their way, and 30% of the US, Canada, shipments have also been fulfilled. However, we have paused the remainder of the North American shipments as well as the VFI shipments. This is due to an issue that has been brought to our attention regarding one of the meeples, which may be a fault affecting all of the games. Hey thugs, we've always been troublemakers. It's clear in their nature. Seriously, thanks for the heads up. We'll be collating data soon. Keep it out for an update. So they had an issue, and that sucks. But now they're trying to. They're trying to save a lot of money, but at the expense of their backers, right? Because the solution is probably going to be, hey, we're going to have to replace this component, and shipping twice as opposed to shipping once, that's a lot of time, energy, effort saved. So I get why they're doing it, but as a customer, kind of sucks. For those of you who have missed the updates and are commenting here with questions, first of all, please read all the updates and we'll answer almost all your questions. The most common issues are missing or damaged parts. I do like how their pin posts actually feel worthy of being pin posts. So it looks like, can you do it? Yes. Couple hiccups here and there, but can you do it? Yes. Do I want it? Not quite there yet, but I'm definitely interested. And how much is it? Don't know. All right. A highly thematic Euro game of evolving card tableaus, rewarding combos, tough choices, and immersive interaction. I didn't feel the highly thematic nature. Like I get it. There's a lot of theme there, and maybe it's easier to teach the game because of the theme. But I don't know. Just didn't come across. I think it's hard to with language independence a lot of the time. $47 though, that's a fantastic price. I go back to how much I don't like that main image and how there's just annoying, like useless black space, and it's like, you know, it'd be better than annoying useless black space. €47.35 for this 1 to 4 player, ages 14, 25 minutes per player. Card tableaus, rewarding combos, tough. See, like this should be in your description, but you have this terrible, useless description of just, yeah, worship the gods, cool. Like, I don't care. I've worshipped the gods in so many other games. You're not doing anything special here. What you're doing special is that price. and hopefully your unique Tableau combo system. If adding customs are prepaid for the above regions, this means no additional charges beyond shipping. Beautiful. Covered some shipping information right there. Also some how much is it information. And we're talking about Eston Spiel pickup. That's another shipping thing. I like the cut of the jig here. What's in the box? Good deal. Let's get to it. Rulebook, because it's only $47. You got to convince me of it. Honestly, I looked at your components. I looked at your game. I looked at your meeple. And in my brain, it said 47. In. Done. I was expecting 60-ish minimum. So we're already off on a great page. Now, shipping, we'll get there, but as long as it doesn't completely poop the bed, how much is it's done in my mind. Like, I feel like they did a good job on that. Oh, that's the Immortal Pledge. No, I don't want to see that yet. Don't spoil it. 16 villagers, 16 followers, 16 clay, cool, all this good stuff. Neat, like it. Definitely feels $47 worthy. There's stuff about your game. Get it? What do I want? I want the rule booklet. I want the pledge levels. I want the shipping information. I want the... Ooh. The quotes, rulebook coming soon. Icky. Okay. That's not good. It should be here now. I don't care if it's like, it's just, yeah. It looks bad. It's free feedback you get from your audience. Villager pledge, and every day you don't have it up here, it lingers and festers. It's day one, but still, you know, it's assumed it should be there. Villager Pledge, yeah, great price. I'm in. Devotee, convince me that I need to spend $42 more. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it so far. I don't feel like you've done anything at all so far. But let's see halfway down the page how you're going to convince me to pony up nearly double the cost of the game. Tentacles. Base game, a playmat, and Metal Madness tokens. This is it? So it's a $42 playmat and some metal tokens. So what are these tokens for? You want to know? So do we. We don't know. We figured out the paperweights to hold on the mat. The mat looks nice. Don't get me wrong. That mat looks nice. But no, not for 40 extra freaking dollars. And then for $5 extra, we get sleeves. Yeah, they did a terrible job selling me those metal tokens. Add-ons. Okay, so is this going to tell me they're metal? They're metal. They're just nicer tokens. Okay. Here you can see how the playmat replaces and extends. Whoa, what extends the board artwork? Oh. So the trees on the side. No, they got like card spots too where you can put stuff, I think it's functional. Okay, whatever. Stretch goals coming soon. Wow, once again, I'll take things that you would expect to be on your Kickstarter page day one for $600, Alex. Actually, he's dead, isn't he? Is he dead? I think he's dead. Sorry. I didn't want to bring that up. I don't know who else knows. Drew Carey, probably. You know, something. So social goals coming soon. Well, what are you doing this far on our Kickstarter page? We were hoping we would convince you in the first 70%. Well, maybe you would have if you had the shipping information for everyone except for Eston Spiel. Oh, hey, videos. There's a lot of replayability, and you can do some really cool combos. Okay? Unique combinations of mechanics and themes are exceptionally appealing to me, and this game is a combo generator. Ooh. So that quote scares me, and I want you to really read it, because there's two separate sentences kind of in this sentence. Unique combinations of mechanics and themes are exceptionally appealing to me. Boom. Question, like, period. And then this other sentence, this game is a combo generator. So, those are two separate sentences. Now, I know that you could combine those two to potentially think that this person loves this game, but me being the skeptical person who's had to give quotes for games I don't like before says, ooh, ooh. There's a lot of replayability, and you can do some really cool combos. Yeah. That's another drum to bang on. If you don't like something, yeah. Like, if you do like it, though, there's tons of replayability. I'm not insinuating that's what they thought, but it's just these quotes aren't great. They're not great. They don't convince me. Tutorial and playthrough, awesome. Great. I'd put this higher, put those quotes higher, or better, or both. Table topic. The game works because everything is tied together. The action rows, the two-sided cards, the flavor cues, the shared temple, and your private sanctum all push on each other. You never felt like you're playing in your own little bubble. Bingo! Now we have a quote. That feels like one that should definitely be up higher and spotlighted, potentially next to a nice shot of like all your components and set up, and it's like, oh, what's this and this and this, and you see that, and you're like, oh, maybe this is what that is, and that feels like a great quote. The two before it, no. The Old Ones of El Dorado leans into a lot of familiar ideas, but twists them in a way that felt surprisingly fresh. Okay, fine. It's a fine quote. Timeline below is our best. We're going to get it to you, Essen, probably. Fulfill begins August, September. You pick it up at Essen. Cool. The above shipping rates. Hey, we finally got to it. $16. Convert the currency. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm in and out at $60, right? No problem. Done. How much is it? I would put the shipping section so much higher, right? Because, yeah, it's not a bad price at all. So you got 86 people to get the card sleeves. You got 31 people who are here for the add-ons, I guess, or just not happy with something you have. The retailer's at 7. Where's the main one? The Villager Pledge at 102. And then this one, which should be your most popular, and it's not because you did a really terrible job of selling your deluxified version of the game, as low as 37. That right there is bad. And if you watch this show routinely, you will know that it used to be, typically, the deluxe version of your game should be shooting for 7 to 10 times more backers than the standard one. Now, obviously, that rule is going to be broken a lot, but it's like you doing nearly 3 to 1. No, 1 to 3. Yeah, you're 1 to 3. Like, people do not want your stupid metal thingies. They're like, no thanks. Because, yeah, I guess 86. I guess just by the slimmest of margins. But that really tells me that you need to get those stretch goals in there or something. And some stretch goals need to be only for the deluxified people, which is terrible if you want that pledge to move more, I think. And I hope they don't, because I hate when people do that. But just the fact that you haven't put your stretch goals there, too, it just looks bad. And I know exactly why they're doing it. They're trying to gauge how much they're going to do, and then they're going to adjust accordingly. But not even having one, because you're so scared that you're just going to shoot through it so fast that, you know, I don't know. It's not a great look. It's not a great look at all. But it's not the end of the world. Moving on. FAQ updates, comments, give this one a grade. Updates. Let's check out the FAQ first. This is my first Kickstarter. What do I do? You made that for... Ooh. Somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. At least that does mean they're totally not fudging the numbers. 0 new people. And once again, that's why I always spotlight that. Because sometimes it'll be like 200 new people. You're like, wow, they really did a fantastic job of something. When is the Dorado team available? Will this game be available after the Kickstarter? Ooh. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Baby's first FAQ. Update. T-minus 6 days. Kickstarter video and playthrough. Cool. So they were doing stuff pre-launch for 3-4 months. Excellent. Good deal. They're funded day one. Congratulations to them. This game looks awesome. It is based on a particular culture. A lot of the architecture looks Mayan or possibly Aztec. I'd love to know more about the cultural framework of the game. I'm going to... I don't know. I should guess it all, because I have no idea. I'd be talking out my butt, so I won't. I do it too much. Can we get an upgraded stretch goal for the upgraded deluxe pyramid? Yeah, I imagine a lot of people have a lot of thoughts on your stretch goals, and hopefully that's something you lead with in the updates. You know, we're going to start announcing our updates. We just really wanted to see which ones are going to be more feasible than the other ones. I think that's how I'd frame it, right? We have so many updates, and we wanted to listen to our audience and be like, hey, here's the 4, 5, 6, 7 that we were thinking about. Which ones mean the most to you or something like that. Looks great, a lot of fun. Is it a full set of metal tokens? I think it was 20-ish pieces. Does the playmat... Oh! It's 20 metal tokens? Then perhaps, just perhaps, kind sir or madam or whoever is running Dorado Games, don't show 3. You know? And then double down by showing a 3. And then triple down by showing a 3. You need to get in there yesterday, 3 months ago, and put 20 of these metal tokens. Potentially even with the weight of the metal tokens. And I think immediately your problem is much better solved. Also, I would lead with it way earlier. You know, because the 47, you have goodwill. You built goodwill by selling me a $47 game with reasonable shipping that had fun-looking mechanisms that, yeah, I want a little bit more as a hardcore gamer, but at the same time, it looks like a fun, medium-weight Euro game with interesting tableau building. I'm in, and I want to be in, but yeah, 20 of those tokens. Did you even say that at all at any point? Like, yeah, when you introduce them, you're like, hey, Metal Madness tokens, here's 3. Wow. Ooh, not a good. That's a bad. We're going to go with a 2/3 point grade bump down for that. That's rough. That's the kind of thing that, like, you're like, oh, what's that matter? What's that matter? That's multiple $1,000 mistake, potentially, if you don't fix it, I imagine, because a bunch of people are like, no, I'm cool with the $47 one. Typically, I go for the more expensive ones, which is, as we put, the majority of people who shop on Kickstarter. You wild people, you typically go for the most expensive one. This game looks awesome. Is it? Yeah, we already did that. Okay, so yeah, final grade. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I'm interested in this game, and there's enough information to make an informed decision. That being said, no rule booklet, discouraging. The quotes scared me a little bit, but do I want it? Yes, I still do. How much is it? Price is rock solid. The price really should be spotlighted on the main image, in my opinion. Like, no VAT, $47, and shipping to the United States of America that doesn't suck? Yes, please. And then the $16, now that I know it's 20 of these metal pieces, like, yeah, that's like the biggest thing there. Just the metal pieces. You gotta spotlight that. The one that stuck me at the beginning, so definitely backing it. It looks like the playmat is the board plus space for card rows on the side. Is the board area the same dimensions as both? The board measures this. Cool. So final grade, I think, is a solid one overall. I definitely feel like the main image could use some sprucing up. Especially once you start to unlock stretch goals, like stretch goals unlocked. The price, once again, $47. That is a great price for a Euro game, especially with custom meeples. I would also zoom in on something. Like as I mentioned at the very beginning, this, I could not even tell if that was the backdrop or if that was, part of the game because of how dark it is back here. And that is, in fact, a crucial part of the game that I think is going to sell the game because it looks really stinking cool. But at that angle, it doesn't look super cool. It just looks like spooky black background for creepy game. And that's a miss. So definitely some big, I think, easily fixable things about this one that I think would just showcase it way better. Final grade, though, is a solid one. I think a B, B minus, C plus. I'm going to go C plus. Not spotlighting those 20 metal tokens is rough. Not having your rule booklet day 1 is rough. Not having your stretch goals day 1 is rough. Yeah, C plus feels fair, but could easily jump into the B range. But let me know in the comments below what's your final thoughts for Old Ones of El Dorado. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. Also, consider supporting the Patreon for only $1 a month. It really does help me out an awful lot, just that consistent little change coming in. But another thing is, as part of that Patreon is I'm going to start having a thing where if you're a Patreon member, you're going to get to pick the Kickstarter or something like that. You'd be like, hey, Forrest, cover this Kickstarter. I'd be like, sure, I will, sir or ma'am. And that's it. Simple. Goodbye. Oh, no show. Actually, let me double check my calendar, but I don't believe there's a show tomorrow because my son has a dentist appointment at 1 p.m. Yes, no show tomorrow. I will be at the dentist. Have a good one. Bye-bye.